Good evening. Welcome to the new party. I'm Nora Christine.
I'm about to give a really unpopular opinion, and I'm sure it's going to be especially unpopular amongst women.
I'm Gray Mars. Break a record by being with 100 men in one day. And right after she was done, she recorded a documentary.
I'm a vegan weed. Call yourself fresh and wear the same weak ass turtleneck on every show. Goddamn. Then we got goddamn the Sudanese Sambo. Bruh, man.
And I'm Enzo. Bringing up in my lives is they're like, oh well, he's violating the Constitution by having a meme coin and him making money off it in office and everything like that. I was like, if that was the case, like there would be lawsuits up the ass and impeachment in court.
I'm skeptic. Like I always say, don't let anybody trample on your constitutional rights.
I'm Mia. That's not a correct power dynamic in my mind. Typically, the people that are trying to be removed are not in control. That's why they're easily being removed.
The government, states, they start putting these RICO acts on Diddy, all of these guys, and try to put it on these ongoing criminal organizations. I ain't never seen the government put a RICO act on the KKK.
Switch happened. Come on, man. You gotta acknowledge this. This is the problem that I have with elders like you, because you fail to acknowledge that this stuff has happened.
If we sit there and be old school, we gonna miss the boat. You know, a lot of this kids 19 years old buying houses with Bitcoin, buying Maserati.
Wow.
I think when it comes to the woman, if a man takes charge and he shows that he's logical,
same people. That's number two. That's all theater. This is WWF.
Over the weekend, posted an AI-generated video of him getting in a Navy jet and dropping presumably tons of sewage on hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of his fellow Americans protesting his presidency during the weekend's No Kings rally. I always find it curious when politicians, especially presidential candidates or presidents, seem to express disdain for millions of their fellow Americans. Hillary Clinton got attacked in 2016 for saying that half of Trump's supporters fit in a basket of deplorables. Joe Biden, the incumbent president at the time, got hot water for saying the only garbage he saw was Trump supporters, after a comedian at a Trump rally referred to Puerto Rico as a floating aisle of garbage. But here we have attacking, or trolling, as the White House sees it, millions of Americans as a strategy, not as a gaffe, as with Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden, but as a strategy. Caroline Leavitt, the White House press secretary, described Democrats this way.
The Democrat Party's main constituency are made up of Hamas terrorists, illegal aliens, and violent criminals.
And over the weekend, we also saw Republican luminaries such as Vice President J.D. Vance and others go on Blue Sky, which is a progressive, liberal Twitter social media experiment, and purposefully poke the bears there, posting AI videos of President Trump putting on a crown and Democratic leaders bowing before him. So maybe to some people it's just trolling and have some fun and lighten up, and to others it might be more insulting. But one thing it clearly is, empirically, is the President of the United States and the White House dividing the country, and whether it's joking or not, attacking millions of their fellow Americans for having views different from theirs. Remember, this is not an AI video of Trump dropping sewage on violent Antifa riots or undocumented criminal gang members. It's dropping sewage on people peacefully exercising the right of protest and assembly.
Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this panel show are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of this channel, its affiliates, sponsors, or production team. This content is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. We encourage respectful dialogue and critical thinking around the topics discussed.
Described him as one of the most dangerous men on the face of the earth.
Welcome to the Man Cave. Welcome to the Man Cave. I'm Gray Mars.
85 Slim.
I'm Enzo.
I'm Mia.
I'm Heaven.
And I'm Doc.
Heaven, you were the one that sent that video to the group chat. So what do you think about that video? Was it in jest or is it something more sinister?
Well, I think it's hilarious. The video itself. I don't think it's hilarious that the president's doing it because I think he should have a little bit more, I don't know, presidential behavior. However, it is Trump. I think, I sent it specifically to, Enzo's point of where's the king? He keeps saying he's king. He keeps doing these AI things with the king and the crown and like all that stuff. So that's why the whole No Kings protest is like their chant for those people is No Kings. So that's where the whole king thing came from Trump. But the video is funny. And it actually looks like diarrhea, not sewage. But it's just
Well, before Izzo responds to what him saying about Trump being king, this is what Trump himself had to say about being king.
Weekend, the No Kings protest. I think it's a joke. I looked at the people. They're not representative of this country. And I looked at all the brand new signs paid for, I guess it was paid for by Soros and other radical left lunatics. It looks like it was. We're checking it out. The demonstrations were very small, very ineffective, and the people were whacked out. When you look at those people, those are not representative of the people of our country.
Mr. President, besides San Francisco...
By the way, I'm not a king. I'm not a king. I work my ass off to make our country great. That's all it is. I'm not a king at all.
So, Enzo, I'll let you respond to what Heaven was said about being king and Trump saying he's not a king.
I think it's fucking... I've been calling him a king, like, before he came into office. He was gonna be a dictator, fascist. Everyone's been saying it's not Trump. He's now playing into it. Like, you guys have been calling him a king for, or even longer than that. Saying he's a fascist for nearly fucking... He's playing into the whole
not you
bullshit.
guys. Hold on. Please let me
The left.
Thank you.
The left. Sorry.
We
gotta...
I think the video is hilarious.
I know.
I
think it's hilarious.
Be acting better.
I think it's hilarious. And they used the perfect song. Hail to the King, Avenged Sevenfold. And they did perfect with that. And dropping shit on Harry Sisson's head where it's absolutely deserved. Golden.
I thought that was him. I was going to ask you.
That was
Harry. My God, looks just like Harry.
He made so many videos. He's like, the president of the United States and the vice president are attacking me. Like, bro, you're the poster child for the Democratic Party. Of course they're going to go after you. They might as well just put him up to run for fucking 28.
Either. They didn't attack you. They didn't dox you. They made an AI video. Stop crying.
He's the biggest baby on the internet.
Well, I'm going to play
He's a clown.
Of why people think Trump acts like a king.
I haven't used it, but don't forget, I can use the Insurrection Act. 50% of the presidents almost have used that, and that's unquestioned power. I choose not to. I'd rather do this, but I'm met constantly by fake politicians that think that it's not like a part of the radical left movement to have safety. These cities have to be safe.
Mia, should Trump be allowed to use the Insurrection Act?
No, I don't. At this point in time, I don't think it's appropriate. I mean, you can't call it to the devil and then try to use the Insurrection Act when they answer. I mean, you are purposely sending troops into places that they may or may not need to be. I'm not saying we haven't seen some success in targeted areas that were extremely high in crime, that consistently met the criteria to be high in crime. However, I don't think it's appropriate to use the Insurrection Act against general Americans who, by and large, are your voter base, your tax-paying base. We're just literally out here living la vida loca, trying to eat and pay our mortgage. Why should we live under martial law for no reason other than you're just upset at select influencer liberals that are pissing you off? Like, it's a little inappropriate.
For sure. So before everybody else respond, I want to show the crowd sizes. It was 2% of the American population that went to the No Kings protest. Mr. Rippy, I know you made a video about this, right? About how many people went. You want to like tell people what you said?
Yeah, so basically, I mean, first off, what's the point? I mean, a protest usually comes with results, and people acting like this is a success because there was so many people out there, which allegedly, because MSNBC already got caught showing a rally from 2017, making it seem like that many people was in, I think it was Philadelphia or somewhere. But the point is, like, what are the results? Every single time the left do some type of silly ass protest, it goes nowhere. They woke up Sunday morning, Donald Trump is still the president. They still don't know what the definition of a king is. These people just find a reason to go out there just be miserable. They have no lives, so they just want to go out there, whatever cause that the propaganda machine tell them to be a part of, they jump right on it. They jumped on it when it came down to Target. They want to protest Target. When we protest Target, they lost billions of dollars. Okay, when they protest Target, Alan Sharpton will go out there for one day. Don't go to Target for one day. Don't, like, if he really wanted to do something, he should have told black people actually only shop at black that one day. But he don't care because he's an instigator. These clowns are just doing out there doing a bunch of pointless stuff. Donald Trump is still their daddies. Accept it.
I'm gonna get Slim and Dot to respond to more of the wild stuff. So this is one of the protesters her making obscene gesture.
Hey! You ever heard of Ozempic, you fat ass?
So that was pretty fast. If you didn't see it, she was basically making a motion of what happened to Charlie Kirk. Mm-hmm. Slim, I know you're a big Charlie Kirk fan. How do you feel about her using that gesture towards MAGA people about what happened to Charlie Kirk?
Hey, that fat ass hit different though, cuz it was that fat. He got me laughing. He said, "You ever see the Jim fat ass?" Hey, that shit got me laughing. He got on her ass immediately. But go ahead, Slim. My fault.
Nah, this is another case of just lefties wilding on everything that Trump does. It doesn't matter. I just thank God for the content because it just seems like everything this man does,
right,
they want to highlight it.
Right.
They want to make it something that is really not. He could go to the bathroom and they'll be like, oh, he went to the bathroom. Like, why he went to the bathroom that way? He should have never went to the bathroom. Like, it doesn't matter what he does, man. And I laugh at it because they actually go out there and they spend their day screaming, yelling, protesting. And the AI video, I think, is perfect. Because at the end of the day, that's basically what needs to happen. I wish it would have happened live with what y'all just showed. But at the end of the day, man, it's just another classic case of them hating on the man. Yeah. And like Rippy said, he's still the president, man.
They don't have nothing else. It's always going against Trump. They don't have no plan. They don't ever talk about nothing positive about the Democrat Party. Everything is just anti-Trump. They're not willing to have a conversation. They call us fascists. We willing to have a conversation. Charlie Kirk's willing to have a conversation. He went out there and got shot. I'm out there traveling all over the country conversing with people. We are not the fascists, and I get kicked out. Fascists silence their opponent. And this is how pathetic they are. Don't even realize it. Use a bunch of words on the meaning of it.
They can't even define fascism.
Exactly.
That's the funniest thing to me.
Exactly.
I do lives every single day, and that's the first thing that I ask them. Okay, define fascism for me.
So
not one of them.
So Claire Patriot, she's a friend of the show. It's actually Nora's friend. She has been at Turning Point too, kind of like Mr. Rippy. But she responded and basically said, well, she posted a video basically saying this lady lost her job.
Fired. I'm sure Lucy Martinez is busy filling out that application for unemployment. Who knows if she'll get it or not. I am so excited that this nation is moving in a better direction. I was a little bit apprehensive about Chicago school districts actually doing the right thing. But the school had a lot of traction on their website that they weren't used to. They actually had to shut down their website last night. They actually had to shut it down because so many of you were giving them a visit. So, good job. Oh, and by the way, I have more good news. You remember that teacher out of Illinois State University? He was a teacher's assistant, and he had the emotional regulation of a toddler. The guy that was flipping a table while students were just standing there peacefully using their First Amendment rights. He's been arrested. He was arrested for disorderly conduct because you can't act that way. Just because you don't like somebody else's opinions and speech doesn't mean you get to go and destroy all their things. Crazy, I know. And I feel like under the last administration, you guys got to do and say whatever you want. And now you're seeing what it means to have some consequences. And I'm sure you're all just shocked as shit. Anyways, the school has not made an announcement if they are going to be letting him go as a teaching assistant. But with these charges, I don't see how they won't be. I think this will force their hand. Anyways, we will keep an eye on that. And if they don't want to do the right thing, I'm sure a lot of us have some time to give their website a visit as well. Let me know what you guys think of this stuff in the comments. I love being able to give good news.
So, Doc, should that lady have lost her job, and should people lose their job based on political stances or things they did based on a political stance?
I don't think they should lose their job. But if your job says in the paperwork, yo, you got to conduct yourself like this online and in public, and you go out here and you go against whatever their policy is, you're going to lose your job. You know what I mean? Like, I think you should have freedom of speech. And as long as you're not like imposing on like someone's free will, I think, and causing insurrection, I think you'll be all right. But I think if your job has that stated in there, you know what's going on. Like you went out there, you did it, you got to stand on it. You know what I'm saying? But also, it seemed like it's a lot of, kumbaya out here tonight. So I'm going to go the opposite direction. I think the video is hilarious. So I would give it to him. And I like that Trump shared the video. That was probably my favorite part, that the president shared the video. But I think it's naive of him to say that isn't indicative of the American people. That's bad leadership to not recognize something. 8 million people is 6 million people more than our active military. Allegedly. So if you think that that's not even if it was 4 million people, that's double our active military.
It was 8 million people worldwide.
2 million people, it's the same size as our active
Don't
military.
even believe it was that.
If we
I was
got
just
2
saying.
million people, if we got 2 million people out there, that's the size of our fighting force for this country. If you think the size of our fighting force for this country that keeps us safe and polices the world isn't a substantial number, I would have to argue with what you would think would be a logical. And do I think that means he should change or not do the things he's doing? I don't, because I think he owes that to his base to do that. But I think he also has to recognize and acknowledge and say, hey, that is a substantial number of people. We're going to look at some things and work, because he doesn't just work for conservatives. He doesn't just work for the right, and he isn't just against the left. He works for all American people. When he was elected, doesn't matter. He should be in there for what's positive for all parts of America, even the people he disagree with. That's the purpose of the office. So while I think it's funny, I laughed. I'm glad he shared it, because I think these politicians try to get so serious and try to, like, bro, he shared the video. It was hilarious. Y'all him protesting me, and I shared the video shitting on y'all like that. I think that's funny. You feel me? But also, you got to say, like, that's not indicative of the American people. It is. And it's going to be like that on both sides. It's going to happen both ways. And I don't think either one, but I think you just got to be cognizant of that. Like, to not acknowledge that is kind of crazy. Like, that's a lot of people.
Well, let's get to the video where all of y'all came here for. Andre Williams, the friend of the show. So
Who's friend? Who's friend? No.
This nigga landed at an O King's Day
I'm
protest
sorry,
here in
if
Detroit.
Andre's
I was
watching, I'm
arrested
sorry,
and
bro.
assaulted by multiple people. I went there to counter-protest and, of course, preach an anti-immigration message. I also stand as a veteran against these anti-American protesters who hate America and hate everything America stands for. I went there alone by myself, and I was met with tons of Antifa members wearing shirts and hats, proudly saying that they were Antifa to me, calling me a Nazi, calling me a house nigger, calling me a coon, and saying I'm a race traitor that should be shot. And mind you, this is from white liberals, by the way. Of course, there's comments on all these videos lying and saying that I was attacking and beating on people. Nigga, if that was true, I wouldn't be getting out on a fucking Sunday. The organizers of the event were encouraging people from the crowd to go and attack me and push me. People were trying to hit me with their bikes, push me on the ground, trip me, all the type of things they could do to stop me from speaking and humiliate me. I didn't go into the formation and disrupt anything. I didn't sit back and try to stop or pull down the flags or anything. When I tried to go around and stand on the benches as they were protesting, I was forcibly removed and thrown to the ground by the cadre that was there. They spent a lot of time calling me a house nigger and a coon each chance that they would get. Now, there's videos of me being attacked and me not throwing any punches, being pushed by these people. I was arrested for disorderly conduct. Instead of the cops getting those who attacked me, they decided to remove me from the area. I was arrested, placed in jail, and released Sunday afternoon. Left is violent, and they did everything they could to try to dehumanize me, calling me a Nazi and saying that I'm a race traitor. Of course, there's black people cheering that I got arrested. What kind of fucking Looney Tune shit are we on right now? It seems that black people only support the police when it's against people that they disagree with. None of this is going to stop me from making content. In fact, I'm going to double down and go to protests and preach and express and use my First Amendment right, as I should and as I did on Saturday. I encourage more people to peacefully protest against these people, counter their message, and speak up.
Mia, you the main one that's been defending Andre, so you want him to get a lawsuit and call Ben Crump. Well, how do you feel
Absolutely.
How do you feel
Absolutely.
about what he said in that video?
I mean, he is just telling us about his experience, which he has every right to do. I mean, we saw the footage, we saw the videos. What we saw is multiple people assaulting him. I mean, legitimately assaulting him. It wasn't just two people escorting him. I mean, they literally picked him up like he weighed nothing and tossed him ass over tea kettle. So, I mean, he's not entirely wrong. I went to 3 different No Kings protests in 3 different cities, and there were ops at all 3 cities. And it kind of shows the kind of person you are, how you treat people. I mean, you're going to have ops everywhere. It's his First Amendment right to, even if he has a megaphone, to say his piece in a public gathering that is permitted to assembly there. I'm not saying I agree with everything Andre did, but I mean, why are we here if we can't say what we want to say in public during a permitted assembly of people? And to be honest, it shows more about people's lack of character for them beating the shit out of him, for him exerting his First Amendment right, than actually him saying anything. I mean, it's just, in my opinion, it's kind of pathetic. He obviously went there looking for a verbal spar for whatever reason, content, whatever, here nor there. Nobody should be assaulted or hurt or shot or anything for expressing their freedom of speech. Point blank period, whether I agree with him or not.
So we gonna show the action. So this is what happened to Andre there. Doc, you the main one laughing and saying that Andre deserved it. So why does he deserve it?
Man, I ain't gonna front. I'm disappointed in the left too. I'm disappointed in the left. They could have whooped ass a lot better than that. I'm talking about Andre should have been punched in his face a long time ago. I'm not gonna be one of the people who be in the chat and get online and say, "Oh yeah, there should be no violence." I don't want Andre to get hurt, but they should have punched him in his motherfucking face. You know what I'm saying? Like Andre got on here, watched the video of a man getting punched in the face by the police and said that guy should just comply. So Andre should have just complied. You see him try to turn around and snatch away and go back. No, brother, you going this way. And they Looney Tune tossed his goofy ass right on down the sidewalk. He rolled over, dropped the fire and all that. You know what I'm saying? And then Andre the tap dancing coon he is, got the nerve to talk about black people not speaking up for him. I want anybody on this panel to tell me what Andre has done for the African-American community. I have not heard Andre put one plan in place. I ain't heard Andre go look out for the kids. I ain't heard Andre go in this community that's whooping his ass and do nothing. And then say the black people not looking out for him. So you want to be black when they whooping your ass. Now he blacker than black. He needs support. He need help. Where the gang members? Can we get Ben Crump out here? No, we not helping Andre. He ain't going to no more protests. He lying. They whooped his ass at this one. They probably gonna whoop his ass at the next one. Should they be whooping his ass? Most people would say no. I say yes. Andre, go out there and get your ass whooped again.
Well,
I have a question though. I just have one more. I have a question. Does anybody know?
I'm gonna play a video that you can respond. This is the angle you see with a different angle. All right, Heaven, you sent that video of the different angle. What were you about to say?
I have never ever heard of anybody getting released on a Sunday. Judges work on a Sunday? When you get arrested and you get charged with something, like if I got arrested on a Friday afternoon, I'm not getting out till Monday. So who do you work for, Andre? Or did you really get arrested?
Nah, you can get out on a Sunday. You can get out on a Sunday. You can get out on a Sunday. Like if you get arrested here, it's a set bond for disorderly conduct. So like say I get arrested here, it's $1,000. So when I get in there, they process me in, they already got a set bond in the county. It's $1,000 disorderly conduct. Somebody go pay $100 to the bail bondsman, or you pay the whole $1,000 and you out. It take about 4 hours. I'll be out in about 4 hours. Don't ask me how I know.
I'm gonna play this.
I wasn't gonna.
And this for Slim and Mr. Rippey, since they are black men Republicans. So this is what Andre had to say about this guy.
Is a punk ass nigga move.
So I seen the Andre video, and a lot of people keep asking me, they're like, John, I thought you was cool with him. I'm not saying I don't like the dude, but the dude's a liberal. There's no way that boy conservative. I'm just saying it. I'm gonna just say it to y'all. You got that thing on you, right? You exercising your rights as an American citizen. They attack you. You got that thing on you, but you get beat up. What world are we living in? And he got put in cuffs like a EBT member. I don't believe he's conservative. And the fact of the matter is, you was outnumbered and a bunch of liberal men beat you up. This could never be me. You got shown by liberals. I don't respect that, cuz. I don't respect that at all. Skedaddle.
Nigga, is that a fucking man purse? What the fuck you got on calling me a liberal? Dudes was outnumbered and shit, and repeatedly pushed and assaulted by white liberals. The same people that cheered for Charlie Kirk getting shot. These are the same people that hate you and call you Uncle Tom and a coon. And you're sitting back here defending them and siding with them, all because you don't like my content. And mind you, he blocked me so I couldn't see his responses. Some real punk ass shit to do. He got that thing on him. If you don't shut your suburban ass the fuck up, you'll get your salad tossed by your bodybuilding wife, bottom bitch. That's something I can't respect. But let me say this.
Oh man, we're watching real beef.
I've been to multiple protests in multiple cities. I've been detained. I've been attacked. I've been pushed. I've been shoved. Shoved out an airplane and hit the ground when I was in the 82nd. So I don't really care about how the dirt tastes. For you to come out and kick me while I'm down so you can get some attention and some videos off of it, it's some real punk ass and lowballing ass shit. You shitting on me is not gonna make the black people that don't like you because you have a white wife subscribe and follow your fucking bullshit. If you think you're more conservative than me, stop making fucking 5 videos about me that are not going anywhere and have a debate with me live.
Slim, I see you laughing, I see you clapping. Is Andre a black conservative? As you as a black conservative man, is he?
I fuck with Andre, bro. That dude is, yo. I salute anybody who stand on business, and every time I see him, he goes in, and I respect that, man. I mean, yo, and he out there in the field, man. So that's a lot of things. I mean, that's things a lot of people wouldn't do, is actually be out there in the trenches. So. Even if, I mean, sometimes I kind of feel like that shit was kind of planned, you know what I mean? I'm kind of feeling that way too at the same time. But yo, that shit hilarious, man. So salute to Andre, bro. Don't stop doing what you're doing, man. That's what's making you, man.
Mr. Rippey, as a black conservative, how do you feel? Is Andre on either side? Or I don't know if you're familiar with Andre.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Andre. And what I always thought was, like Slim just said, a lot of that shit is planned, and also he played a victim way too much. Okay, if I'm out there with a strap and I'm conservative, I'm out there talking to people all the time. Before I wore this hat, I was on the fence because I was anti-Trump at first, but I was open-minded, so I wore a MAGA hat to a liberal rally that was hosted by Obama, and I got attacked. I got called a house nigga too. But that's the thing, I stood up. I ain't about to let no motherfucker push me around like that. But so as a conservative, he has a lot of liberal ways to him whenever he's doing these videos, just by the way he talks. I mean, black conservatives, we all tend to know each other, and he just don't show it, don't show it like the way we show it.
Makes sense.
Y'all wouldn't call him twin?
Y'all. Enzo, I'm gonna have you respond to what Andre actually said on lunchtime with the new party, with me, Nora, and Heaven. Here it is, right here. So this is what Doc was talking about, and this is when he said it.
Could be charges brought on that. I think the cop was wrong in trying to, well, not trying. He actually hit him. I'm not gonna. I've seen a lot of these black conservatives like, yeah, he got what, oh yeah, that shit. I'm laughing at the idiot part. Was funny. It was funny. This reminded me of the military, honestly. But I think that's the most disgusting part. But other than that,
and so you look so unimpressed.
22 years old, 2 years younger than me. I've been pulled over, for stupid shit. I've been pulled over by asshole cops in the South, in the North. Comply. If you know that you didn't do anything wrong, and you've got a good case, and he's going to get paid for this. And he's got Ben Crump, who's a disgusting human being who covered the Trayvon Martin case, a terrible case that he, really tried to push George Zimmerman as the criminal when he wasn't.
I'm assuming this is what Doc was talking about. I guess it was at lunchtime. I guess he was on the man cave. So he was on the man cave because Enzo, you were there.
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah, but go ahead. So how do you feel about what Andre said there?
I mean, with that situation, I don't agree with the cop doing it, but reverting back to what I remember about that, the dude did slam the door in the cop's face, and they had to get him out one or the other. So I feel like how Andre did when it comes to this whole protest thing that he went to. I don't disagree with him fighting back. I'm going to be honest with you. After I went to the one in New York and somebody literally threatened to fucking stab me, he's a better person than I am. Okay? Because if it was a crowd and I was by myself, my shit would have been out. Somebody would have been on the floor. if they would have put hands on me. I'm going to say it straight up. Be a better man than me. I don't agree with it. And this is coming from the tolerant left that says these are all peaceful. These are all peaceful. I guarantee if we really go look in every single one of these protests, there's multiple arrests. There's multiple arrests for probably arson, for fighting, vandalism. None of this is peaceful. None of you guys are doing anything. You're kicking out anybody who opposes you. You're cursing everybody out. I was there for less than 10 minutes, and I was cursed out and said that they were going to kill me. Like, let's be real. You guys ain't doing nothing. There's no division going on from the president when the division's already been there since 2009 from the Democratic Party. I don't want to hear anything anymore from the Democratic Party about being peaceful. We're trying to unify the country when every single thing you guys have done for 15 years now has been dividing this country more and more and more and more. This is it. You guys are going to do what you do, and there's no coming together at that point. I don't agree with anything that's going on the left at all. And that literally goes to what's going on in the government right now with them keeping the government shut down for illegal migrants. We can go through that down that rabbit hole too for anybody that says it's not.
So we'll get into the topics that we were talking about earlier in the group chat. So this is what Trump had to say about Argentina.
To U.S. farmers who feel that the deal is benefiting Argentina more than it is them, as they are
Argentina's fighting for its life, young lady. You don't know anything about it. They're fighting for their life. Nothing's benefiting Argentina. They're fighting for their life. You understand what that means? They have no money. They have no anything. They're fighting so hard to survive. If I can help them survive in a free world, I happen to like the president of Argentina. I think he's trying to do the best he can. But don't make it sound like they're doing great. They are dying. All right? They're dying. What do you mean by...
Mia, this was your topic. How do you feel about what Trump said?
Honestly, excuse my French, I'm going to apologize. I don't give a fuck how many motherfuckers die in Argentina. Last time I checked, bitches, we lived in America. I ain't even met an Argentinian. I don't care. They could all die over there. Don't care. Literally, my level of caring for people outside of the United States is so low. I do not care. Point blank, period.
I agree.
What I do care about is that $40 billion could have paid for WIC, for starving infants, babies, and mothers for 5 years. 5 years, we could have funded WIC, which is utilized by millions of American women and keeping babies alive. What kind of society are we if we are not prioritizing infants? What kind of society are we if we do not prioritize feeding infants? But we are going to prioritize Argentina. I don't give a fuck about them. I'm sure they're great people. I've never met an Argentinian. I can go in my pantry right now. I don't have a single soybean from fucking Argentina. I don't care. And that's what makes me mad is I voted for this man to be America first and not funding WIC to keep American infants of all varieties alive is not America first. Point blank, period.
And Trump basically was saying that this was for political benefits. So here's the video.
What's the benefit for United States in helping this way Argentina?
Just helping a great philosophy take over a great country. Argentina is one of the most beautiful countries that I've ever seen. And we want to see it succeed. It's very simple. I mean, we don't have to do it. It's not going to make a big difference for our country, but it will in terms of South America. If Argentina does well, you're going to have others following it.
Mr. Rippey, the president of Argentina, basically his campaign stuff was make Argentina great again. Right. He pretty much copied Trump to the T. So is it right that Trump is just supporting Argentina because they have the same philosophical beliefs?
No, I personally don't think it's right. And I agree with Mia. Is it Mia or Maya? But I agree with her 100%. I mean, we voted on America first. You know, I don't care about the whole, political alignment and gaining whatever. But at the end of the day, I voted for America first, and I'm not for all these foreign countries getting all these benefits. And to my understanding, I thought WIC was getting funded through the tariffs. Well, I could be wrong though.
Okay, so the other thing we was talking about is going to be some people that might not be having a good Thanksgiving because they won't have food stamps.
Right.
Millions of Americans are freaking out because their food stamps are going to stop on November 1st.
I'm going to tell you exactly what's happening and what you can do to protect yourself. But as you already know, the government has been shut down for over 2 weeks. This is because both Democrats and Republicans can't come to an agreement on passing a spending bill to give the government money to operate. It's a lot deeper than that, but the point of this is because the government is not passing funding for federal programs such as food stamps are not receiving the proper funding, especially heading into November. You see, the way food stamps and SNAP benefits work is you get money reloaded onto your cards every single month. And because of this shutdown, a lot of people are expected to either receive delayed funds, meaning their funds won't come in on time, or they won't receive funds at all. And this isn't just speculation, this is officially coming from the USDA. It's like Texas, Kansas, Colorado, and New York have all come out saying it's going to be more complicated in paying out SNAP benefits to its recipients, but there is some good news along with this. Technically, the federal government has emergency funds for the SNAP program, and in times of trial, like a government shutdown, they're able to go and tap into this and distribute it to the states so that people can get money on their EBT cards. That said, at this time, it is unclear if they're going to go ahead and use these funds or how these funds are going to be distributed. I'll keep you updated on how this goes.
Heaven, is it fair that the right and left are fighting and, you know, people may go without food because of that?
None of what's going on is fair to the American people. We are losing our health care. We are losing funding to our children's schools. We are having families, look, I know how people feel, immigrants, blah, 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 but they're not just taking the worst of the worst and all that. And if somebody's been here for 20 years and hasn't done a crime, or people who are going about it the legal way, don't snatch them up out of the middle of their court proceeding. That's just, they're going about it the right way. That's kind of fascist. But none of this is fair to the American people. The right and the left both need to get their heads out of their asses. And I don't apologize for my language. But I served the people of the United States of America and swore to defend the Constitution. I just retired in 2021 for 15 years of active duty military service. And regardless of what everybody wants to say, the government is subverting the will of the American people. I don't give a... Biden was doing it too, because I was protesting then at the red line. But like Mr. Wrigley said, it doesn't matter when you have no demands. The American people can go out there all day long and walk and march and sing and party and whatever. Great. But what are you asking for? What are you shutting down? What are you impacting? And what do you want? Because everything I hear from American people in general, clean air, clean water, clean food, healthcare, shelter, education. That's what Americans want. So take care of Americans. It's really simple.
So is all of this being done to stop an election?
I'll probably see you tomorrow at the No Kings thing, but I mean, what is going on? Caroline Leavitt, as I mentioned in the monologue, this is the president's spokesperson. This is not just somebody at the end of the bar. Right. This is not just somebody ranting on social media. The Democratic Party's main constituency is made up of Hamas terrorists, illegal aliens, and violent criminals. I mean, I see where the seed of all this comes from. Hamas terrorists, yes, idiot college students, useful idiots who have been out there and were out there demonstrating for the wrong people. Okay, illegal aliens, yes. Biden had a terrible border policy. Violent criminals, yes, did too much of that. But the Democratic Party's main constituency, and this is what the No Kings thing is about, if people are wondering, is that it looks to me Like either they really believe this, which is insane, or they are just always looking for a pretext to say, to let the other side take over this country is just unthinkable. I mean, if you really believe this, I would vote for a right-wing coup if I really thought half the country was Hamas terrorists, illegal aliens, and violent criminals. What do we do about that?
They're not taking the Governor Schwarzenegger approach to trying to bring people together. That's for sure.
I think they're signaling to all right-wing media. That's what they do really well. The top creates the rage bait, and then all the right-wing podcasters and all the right-wing news sources, they go and get in alignment with the same thing. That's what they're really good at, rage farming.
But it looks to me like they are looking for a pretext always. The sending the troops to Portland and Chicago, and now this thing that's going on tomorrow. I think they're rooting for violence because when violence happens, then it gives you the pretext to then send in more troops. And they're already shown that they will absolutely not concede elections. Trump still has not publicly conceded the 2020 election. So like when you have this, if this is really the state of the country, I can see we have to cancel the next election. There's just too much unrest. We'll get back to elections, but we have to, it's just too
Once we get things safe.
We get things safe. This is what this looks like, or at least they have earned the suspicion.
So we got a super chat for all the Trump voters, so we'll let the Trump voters answer the super chat. Who do you guys support in 2028 with Trump going? Slim, I'll start with you.
Man, I got to go with Vance. Right now, I just think anybody that needs to carry that torch needs to continue. Our country is in a shithole. All this shit is happening because of this dude leaving that border open, man. And they want to fucking act like we forgot. I didn't forget. They want to, put the smoke and mirrors on other things and have you distracted with the BS. I'm not for that. I will never forget anything that these people did to us. Never, never, never. And everything that this man is doing, they're not going to like it. It is what it is. He's still the president. And he said what he was going to do. And he said everything he was going to do. And we voted for it. He said the biggest mass deportation we have ever seen. Here we are. Here we are. And it's not because he wanted to do it. It's because he had to do it. They put him in a position to go hard. So it looks bad. Unfortunately, these are the breaks, man.
He said it twice, so Enzo, the same thing for you. Who gets your support in 2028 when Trump is gone?
Oh, at this point, I'm going to take back all the words I said earlier this year, and I hope Donald Trump can run for a third term. And I'm going to vote for Donald Trump in a third term just to piss everybody else off on the fucking left. I want to see him do that. I want to see him run for a third term. I'm going to get my Trump 2028 hat and wear it proudly. I want him to run again. I will say that all of this BS that is going on in America has been started from the last 4 years, and they want to say that Donald Trump has not conceded on an election. Let's talk about the Democrats trying to circumvent 2 elections against Donald Trump to make sure that he wasn't president. Let's talk about the fake slates of electors in the 2016 election that they wouldn't certify. Let's talk about that. And then talk about all Operation Crossfire Hurricane, Operation Arctic Frost, the Russian collusion, everything to try not to get Donald Trump in as president. Let's talk about all that, guys, before we sit here and say no kings while you have Democratic and Republican senators and congresspeople sitting in there for 30 to 40 years, but no kings. Donald Trump's going to reign his entire life. Like, let's be so fucking for real. And then about the illegal migrants, I don't give a shit if they're here for fucking 20 plus years, have done nothing. There is still a criminal at the end of the day. They still committed a crime to come in this country. I don't care that they haven't fucking walked across a border in 20 years. They're still a criminal. They're still evading taxes. They're still doing a whole bunch of other crimes that we can fucking sit there and point out. Every single one of them, all of them out. And all the ones that are in their courts, the same ones with the same deportation order from judges that anybody can easily go debunk those. I say it in my live every single day. Tell me one illegal migrant that got brought up in a court case, and I'll show you a deportation order. I do it every single day. There's not one person in this administration that hasn't gone through due process, unlike Mr. Barack Obama, as well as Joe Biden, not giving people due process, throwing people in cages. I don't want to hear nothing from the Democrats when everything that you guys have done is 10 times worse than what Trump has done in the last 10 years. I'm so done with it.
Well, Amazon was down today, and so was Snapchat. A lot of people couldn't get on social media.
Amazon closure at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Don't worry, we're not conservatives. The rest of us don't want to answer the question.
I had a shift at 3:30 and when I got here at 3:20, there were people standing outside. I'm trying to sign into my app and it's not working. I'm walking up and I hear the people from inside saying that the app is down, like the whole store is down, and they can't help us. We have to call support. Not even call support, email support, because the phone's not working.
So let's get all the Trump supporters. Mia, who will you support in 2028?
2028. I really want Ron DeSantis to run because I support Ron DeSantis. I think he is absolutely hilarious, and the fact that you can run protesters over in Florida gives me hope for the rest of the country. However, I will take that TV sheriff, Grady Judd, as well. I think he deserves an honorable mention from Florida. I would vote for him. I'd write him in. I think he is phenomenal. I live for his press conferences. I feel like the best stuff comes out of Florida. I clearly need to move.
Come on down.
Mr. Ripper, who you going for 2028?
Man, as much as I love Ron DeSantis, that would definitely be my first pick. But consider the fact that Trump been killing it. I don't care what nobody say. He's been doing a fantastic job. And if there's a way that he can run for 2028, I would do the same thing as Enzo. I will fucking get my 2028 Trump 2028 hat on and rock that bitch just to piss people off. Even though it's probably not, I might do it anyway because he might, more than likely he's not going to run in 2028. But I still may get a Trump 2028 hat. That's how much I love what he's been doing, and I don't have no regret at all. And at the end of the day, he's been doing such a fantastic job. I'm going to vote for Vance, obviously, because all the good things that Trump is doing has to keep up. Trump has gotten the minority vote. He has gotten the women vote. This guy just kind of keep increasing the popularity. There's been 1 million people over the past quarter that left the Democratic Party and joined either the Independent Party or the Republican Party. People are waking up to this nonsense. He is exposing a lot of things, and I love him. The only problem that I have with him is he hasn't deported enough illegal immigrants. Gotta go, like Robert Harris say. That's what I voted for.
Doc, sometimes I be feeling like you voted for Trump. You voted for Trump?
It's the first time.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
The first time. But I voted for Trump the first time. I obviously wouldn't vote for him a third time. And I think Republicans are kind of disillusioned. They really haven't won a lot besides Trump. Like, just being real, Obama won twice, then Trump won, and I voted for Trump because he wasn't really a politician. I wouldn't vote for Vance. I don't think he has that same. I don't think they realize that these dudes are politicians. They don't have that same effect that he has. He wasn't a politician, which is kind of how he created this new cult-like following. These guys won't have that following because they kind of weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Trump come off as a genuine person. Like, he just posting this shit on his social media, being himself, speaking. These dudes come off kind of tight. Like, if every time you look at J. Vance, it looked like if bruh breathe, he'll pass out. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looked real tight, real, like, he don't got the sense of humor. He looked like the Botox won't let him crack a smile. Like, he doesn't look like he would give off good political vibes. Trump is like, even besides whatever his politics is, Trump is inviting the people. He's entertaining the people, you know, as a part of also running the country. And I think that's why he gets so much support. And I think that they may need to look at new candidates, somebody who's a little more upbeat and brighter and stuff, because J.D. Vance is just tight. You know, like, he just I could never see myself voting for him if he ran.
DeSantis and Vance, 2028. How about that?
Heaven, who's your 2028 pick?
I'm writing my own name in because I don't trust any of them. Where's the Epstein files? Because both sides are hiding those. Like, I'm done with both sides. I can't stand either side. Either side. Everybody's getting paid. They're all getting paid. And none of them are putting Americans actually first. And to me, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. What did I serve this fucking country for? Is this what I served for? Is this what I served for? For these people to make millions of dollars on their stock buybacks and all their fucking insider trading and bullshit while the American people are struggling? No, that's not what I spent my life missing my kids' birthdays, going to freaking Iraq. That's not what I did any of that for. Or not at least what I thought I did it for. So no, fuck the Democrats, fuck the Republicans, give me the Epstein files, get every single one of them out. Every single senator, every single one of them needs to be gone. And get all new people under the age, preferably of fucking 65. Please and fucking thank you.
Unless you're Trump.
So I'm writing my own name in.
Well, have it if we picking anybody. I'm picking NBA Youngboy. NBA Youngboy 2020.
Oh my! No, the fuck you! Shut the fuck up! No, you're not.
Hell no.
No, you're not. I will personally find your ballot and rip it up. No, you're not. I cannot deal with Yaya no more. No, you're not.
And them youngins to get YB at least 10%. Niggas again. 18 to 24, gonna get YB at least 10% of the vote.
For
It's
sure.
take me out too.
That would be insane.
Well, this was a great show. If you're watching, you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and press that notification bell to know when we go live. Mr. Rippey, our newest member of the Man Cave and a new party. What's your final thoughts?
Oh, first I just want to apologize to Mia because I said I didn't know whether it's Mia or Maya, but I couldn't really read your name. It was too small. So it's Mia, not Maya is what it says. So I'll apologize for that. But my main thoughts is don't just follow the narrative. Don't just listen to what they say. I mean, because at the end of the day, people are being controlled. People want to cut off conversations, and their ideas are not their own. They're not thinking for themselves. So they just jump on board with any train that's actually taking off. And we got to stop that nonsense. We got to start looking for the evidence, looking for the truth, and get out of this, being a mental slavery.
For sure. Slim, what's your final thoughts?
Oh man, good show, fellas and ladies. But yeah, man, we at a state that we need to really kind of come together on a lot of things, and I just want our country to get back to, just logic, man. Like right now, everything is just different. Everything is backwards. Everything is cross-referenced, and everybody want to find somebody to point the finger at, and nobody's allowing nobody to do their fucking job at the end of the day. So I just want everybody to just, man, try to figure out a way to come together. No matter what your differences are, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, we in this country together. And a lot of things may not sit right with a lot of people, but at the end of the day, we have someone in the box that has to do his job. He's not gonna get out of the seat. It's not gonna happen overnight. Allow the man to go to work. And again, I do hope that we continue this torch, man. That's it.
Mia, what's your final thoughts?
Can I go last? Sure. I gotta collect my thoughts.
Sure. Enzo?
My thoughts are this was a great episode. What I'm really gonna keep saying is, everybody, Democrats, you guys need to open your eyes from being the party that's woke. I've never met more brainwashed people. And for people to sit here and say, well, you guys are in a cult because you voted for Trump. First off, I'm the cult leader, so I can't be in a cult. Second off, You guys literally follow every single thing the Democrats tell you, and you don't question anything. Don't question anything. You believe what they say to a T. You say anything that is a fact is fake. That is MAGA.com gave it to you. That's all your guys' talking points. Your only retorts to anything people say are ad hominem attacks and violence. That's all you guys have at the end of the day. Open your eyes, realize the Democrats for you. They don't give a fuck about the American people anymore. They care more about illegal immigrants than anybody, and that's why the government is shut down right now. Same people that are crying that you're not going to get your food stamps probably are Democrats who voted for these people that are giving your health care to illegal migrants. Open your eyes, guys. It's so ridiculous. And if you're going to call somebody something, like call Donald Trump a king or a fascist, at least come with fucking receipts and know what those true meanings are behind those. Because you guys make yourselves look like fools every day. That being said, hope everybody has a great night. And at this point, if the Democrats don't open their eyes and the liberals, can we just start deporting the fucking liberals, please? I'm sick and tired of them.
I could really see Trump doing that. That's the crazy part about it.
That'll make it.
Would not object.
What's your final thoughts?
Liberals, man, whoop ass a little better, man. Y'all should have whooped Andre ass a little more thorough. I would have not complained. Andre needed a good ass whooping, and I thought it was gonna be black people to give it to him. Shout out to the white people who looking out for us and whooping Andre ass. We appreciate y'all. I need to send y'all something for Christmas or some little fruit basket. I don't know. Also, election 2028, I think that's a long way off. I think we have to, voting is on November 4th. I think everybody needs to get out and vote for what they believe in and what, pertains to them and what they, think will help make this country great. I see people in the chat saying, yo, y'all entertaining the guys with the MAGA hats. Like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like, if they want to wear a MAGA hat, that don't mean I would agree with everything they say, but I ain't tripping about what they believe or what kind of hat they want to wear. And some of y'all just sound goofy trying to, demean somebody's character because you don't align with their political ideation. Like, that's just weird to me. But yeah, man, good show, man. Everybody have a good night.
You sounded like Kamal tonight. Heaven, what's your final thoughts?
Ooh, final thoughts. Everybody in the government, get the fuck out. Get out. I think that all of our younger generations need to step it up, and liberals definitely need to get to the gym or a boxing class or something. They need to do better. Andre, if you out there dropping your weapon on the ground and scurrying to pick it up, I think you need to holster yours a little better. So many thoughts. Vote for me, 2028.
For sure. I'll go me and then I'll let you close us out.
Sure.
Tomorrow, Nora and everybody else is going to be talking about Trump's government shutdown. Is Project 2025 a reality? So come back tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern for that. Shout out to Andre. Andre was a person that worked with us. He did a bunch of content with us. So, I'm not going. If you need anything, Andre, we already hit you up. We'll try to get you back on the show. Shout out to him. As far as the No Kings protest, I feel like we should have the right to protest. Hopefully people can start doing it in a good manner and everybody can just get along. With all that being said, Man Cave. Mia, what's your final thoughts?
So I found this interesting quote and I'm going to read it. One man cannot hold another man down in the ditch without remaining down in the ditch with him. Booker T. Washington. And with that, I hope everybody has a good night.